Okay, I'm going to be doing some more constructed. If I can get up to 5,000 gold tonight, I'll do a draft. I think I might be a little bit short unless I win a lot. So what I've been doing is just grinding. I talked about this in the last video, but I'm just going to be grinding these, trying to win 4 at least. I'm 0-1 right now, which isn't good, but I'm trying to just get learn this deck really well. I don't really like the deck, but it's part of the metagame right now, and I'm going to be playing against it when I construct the deck that I actually want to build. I don't have the resources yet for that deck. So it is pretty fun though to try to take a deck like this and play it as best as you can. And when you're playing like on a ladder that doesn't really have any stakes, it's really easy to just not care. But in this kind of situation, you really are like, okay, I want to win. I've put gold on the line. You've kind of bet on it, and you want to play well. I'm going to keep this. It's a little bit risky. We have double opt in case we get stuck, but we're going to play this with Curious Obsession, so that's good. Not the kind of hand you can send back with this deck, I feel like. Especially if they're aggro, you just have to get your stuff going immediately. You don't have time to do nothing on turn 1 and then hope you have a 2-drop and stuff like that. Alright, so he's black. The risk of playing Curious Obsession here is that he can just remove this and get a 2-for-1. The thing is, I don't have another land, so I think I have to do it to try to dig for a land. Worst case scenario is he just pops this with like dead weight or something like that, and I got to at least draw a card and do 2 damage. There's the land we wanted, so that's really helping us smooth our curve out. We can opt here, but I want to save the Spell Pierce. Like if we hadn't drawn the land, we wouldn't have had Spell Pierce available. Now we do. So unfortunately, we don't have anything to do against this. The deck really struggles with, and now this is the end of his turn, so we're going to opt at the end of his turn, just make use of our mana. We didn't need the spell. I'm going to dunk Starter. I don't want Chart of Course. I think we have enough card draw. We want to draw another land, so that we have Wizard's Retort and stuff like that. Well, we actually have Wizard's Retort now, but this just makes it so we can play other stuff as well. We could play this for tempo. And this is what I mean where the deck does have some interesting decisions to make. So one line of play is just attack, draw a card. I think we attack, draw a card no matter what, so let's see what we draw first. Okay, so that's another choice we have. I would play this over this though. This gives him 2 removal targets. This is obviously a better target anyway, but I really think the play here is to save our mana for counters. This is just like, this alone isn't going to do enough, basically. So we'll just save our mana. We have a hand that can shut him out of doing anything, basically. So if he tries to do a 3-drop here, he's not going to get it. If he tries to remove this, he's not going to get it. So there's his 3-drop. We're not going to let him play that. And this 2-2 is just, at this point, the 2-2 is basically irrelevant. I mean, it's going to hit us for 2, of course, but that's not really how we're going to lose this game. So we're going to opt again at the end of the turn, smooth out our draws. Another Djinn is not, I want to land again, because like right now we're kind of choked out on mana. Like last time we didn't even develop a creature because we didn't have enough mana to keep our counters up. Okay, this is nice. So we have the ability to play. We really do want to save 1 mana for Spell Pierce, or we're going to play this, because this also gives us a way to save this creature from getting removed. What we unfortunately do not have is a way to counter his next creature development. So we're just going to play the Herald to develop more aggression. Oh, I guess we should have drawn the card before we did all that stuff. Fuck. Yep, that was a mistake. So now we actually could have stopped his creature, and we fucked up, and now we can't. So if he plays a 4-drop, it's going to punish me really hard. I'm hoping he does removal, thank God. Okay, so now we can just He doesn't have enough mana to counter the Spell Pierce, so we just do that rather than sacking the Storm Tamer. Because we had the option, like, we could use the Storm Tamer to prevent it from killing this guy, or from enchanting this guy, basically. We don't block that. We used a card because this card is going to get worse as the game goes on. He's going to have more mana open. Alright. Now in this situation, we have Essence Scatter. We still didn't draw our land. So I think we're just going to attack. We have enough pressure on board. That's the thing. Like, we don't need... As much as I'd like to put the Djinn down and win faster, we don't need it to win. This is good too. Alright, so we just end the turn. So this is a nice creature that lets us like interact during his turn, put a creature down. This is getting countered. He's probably going to surrender after he sees that scatter. I think I'll just concede unless he wants to waste time. Okay. So yeah, attack for 2, I guess. And this is why Curious Obsession is just so powerful, because like the fact that we're drawing is letting... Oh, I forgot to use my Merfolk Trickster. That's okay. I can no, it's not really okay. It was a misplay. Okay. So we have no Essence Scatters left at this point. We're gonna look and see what we draw. If we draw another counter spell, then we're gonna want to keep more mana open. Nope, we got land, which is good. I mean, I think we're winning anyway, but I think I want to save this in case, because now we don't have a counter spell. If he did put something like Lyra down, we could just bounce it next turn and then win, hopefully. And with that in mind, I think we're just going to play the Djinn to have a big hitter in case, like, if he does some kind of healing or otherwise finds a way to get himself out of lethal range, we want to have a guy that's a big hitter. Okay, we can't do anything about that. That's fine, though. I mean, this would have been really scary. This would have been scary if he had got it down last turn. He decided to play... I mean, we would have countered it, but like, had he been able to stick that to the board, it would have been really bad. Okay, I think we played that. We made a few misplays, though. We forgot to play the Trickster at one point. We forgot to draw a card that would have given us Essence Scatter. We got lucky. I mean, we just got lucky. He ended up using his mana for a spell that turn, so we ended up not getting punished. But that was definitely a misplay. You shouldn't always draw the card first, I guess, but in most cases you should, I think. Did I Okay. This is another great opening hand. I'll keep that for sure. Basically, if this is in your opening hand, it's a good hand. I mean, that's it's not all... I mean, I guess if you didn't have any land, it could be really risky, but the chances that you're actually going to have 0 land is pretty low. Okay, he's green. I'm happy to see this because the chance that he has any removal is just so low. Because in this situation, like, okay, you have... If we're against red, for instance, and I thought he might shock, I really would be hesitant to play this right now, because he might be able to shut it down and 2-for-1 me. But I'm just going to do it, because I really don't think he has removal. And honestly, even if he's able to remove this, I have pretty strong follow-up plays. It's not good if he removes it, of course, but it's not as if I all-in on this and I have nothing after it. Okay, he's going to discard a Trickster, that's fine. The biggest issue with that is that we, okay, he's playing Golgari mid-range, which is the most popular deck in this metagame right now. And luckily, I actually know the deck list pretty good. And it really sucks that we weren't able to counter that, but we can counter the next thing he does, and I think... The problem is he has a ton of creatures that explore, so he's just going to keep getting 3 life. And I don't... The only thing we can do on this is cast Essence Scatter on it, but it will just come back down again. So we're actually already in a kind of bad spot. we can, let me think about this. I need to get the Trickster down, but, well, we have one retort, so he's going to play like a Jade Finder or some Explorer creature right now, probably, and I'm going to use retort on it. I don't have the... I have to keep this small if possible. There's the Explorer guy, and that's not the juiciest target, but I think we just have to counter it. We can't like... We can't let this heal and get bigger. What we're gonna try to just keep drawing count. Oh fuck, man. Yeah. So he's in a good spot now, I think. Even though we do have this guy online, it's, you know, this is, we're only hitting for 2 and this heals for 3, and it's gonna heal very often too. So not good. All right, so we attack first, see what we draw. This is good. Okay, the problem is this is just a 2-drop. He can just replay it. I think what we have to be doing is thinking like pure tempo here. We can, I think the play is looking to cast, well, we don't have another counter though, that's an issue. If we Trickster this, it will be able to not grow when he develops the next creature. And more importantly, it's not going to heal, and then I can bounce it the following turn. I mean, I think that's the best I've got, to be honest. The Spell Pierce he has a lot of removal. We might need to hold the Spell Pierce in case he tries to remove this. Otherwise, I would just develop the, no, I would put this down, but I think I need 3. No, I just need, okay, I can play this. I just need 3 mana. Yeah. Okay, that's right. The whole game is just going to be trying to slow this down, basically. I mean, and if he's able to get even better stuff out than that, okay. This is not going to register as a threat to me. I'm not going to use... what I am going to do, though, is tap this guy. So, well, no, let me think about this. And I held there to make it look like I had a dude. Okay, so this guy is going to go here now and tap here because this will prevent it from growing and healing because it removes the abilities for the turn. Okay, you got Vivian. So he'll be able to destroy our Curious Obsession with her -3 ability. Alright, this might be our last swing with this, and then we're looking at how do we actually get any damage there. So let's go ahead and draw first, I think. We can't attack with the Trickster, really. He is out of cards, which is good, but Vivian was going to help him fix that. Okay. This is decent. We can spread our threats across the 2 Mist Cloak guys. And then we can bounce something. I think we bounce the Walker so he doesn't get a heal off. The thing is, he doesn't have like he doesn't have a card in hand, so like I'm kind of, you know, he would have to draw a creature that explores right now, but I don't really have a better way to spend the mana. I guess I could opt. Let's opt first. And I should have put Curious Obsession. Oh fuck, I fucked up. I should have Curious Obsession this guy before I did anything else, before we attacked. This isn't great. It's a flyer. He doesn't really want to use Vivian to kill that anyway. Fuck. Let's just go ahead and bounce the Walker, I think. If anything, it... Man. I don't know. Like, I don't think I can afford to let him heal 3. But the thing is, he has enough mana that he just drops that. Even if he draws another Walker, he just drops both of them. That was kind of a pointless bounce, actually. I think. Because, like, oh, he draws Vivian, but Vivian can draw him something, too. I think Vivian's going to use up most of his mana, at least. This will at least have summoning sickness. I took off the buffs on it. I mean, it's okay. I can spell pierce this actually, and then he has to tap both of these. Is that worth doing? Just to make him tap 2/1/1 attack guys? I don't think so. It's not worth it. So he's gonna kill the Curious Obsession, I'm pretty sure. Yep. That's a good thing we got another one, I guess. It would have been a lot better to have played it last time. We really could have messed that up. Oh fuck! You know, if I had spell pierced, he wouldn't have been able to replay that. So that would have been the thing to do, and I messed up again. Great. All right. So I mean, I guess we drop this down. Like, see what we draw. We can't really attack with these because the ranger can just kill them both. We might eventually need these to chump block. Whoops, what's going, oh yeah, I can attack Vivian, I forgot about that. Can I afford to kill Vivian? No, like, the problem with killing Vivian, like she has to use +1 next turn before she can do -3 again. And the game, like, if I win this or lose this, it's happening, like, you know, it's gonna happen pretty fast. Alright, this is a goodish draw. We have enough mana to do kind of everything. This has flying so she can kill it, but like I said, I don't think she wants to bother killing this. We do need it to get some extra damage there. This is going to be help prevent... I think we have to play this immediately and tap this guy so that he doesn't get to heal again. Assuming he drew an Explorer or whatever. Oops, I fucked up. I don't know if it's... Okay, yeah. I'm just going to play this right now so that he doesn't get to fuck with me on that. Okay, so I really kind of need this guy, but he has enough mana that he's just gonna use more mana, and he has no cards. But she's gonna draw a card. I'm just trying to think how good this. I'm just gonna do it to tax his mana a little bit. It's like it's gonna make it so he can't draw a better thing and play it right now. He's down to 3 mana, which is nice. We're gonna tap this. Well, if we don't tap this, he can draw into an Explorer card and heal himself. So we have to tap that, I think. I don't care. Like, this is he doesn't have, yeah, and okay, he's got another one of these, whatever. But I mean, not whatever. Now if he draws an Explorer card, he's gonna heal for 6. So, well, I can counter it now at least. Unfortunately, we lost Curious Obsession. We have 3 damage that can get through at a time. Not spectacular. Vivian can pop this guy next turn. Oh, no, wait. We have 2 damage that can get through. That's great. Perhaps... I just don't think she's worth killing, but she's drawing him cards too. Like, the question is just, can I ever really afford to not hit face in this? Like, if I think damage will get through to Vivian, then why not just hit him in the face? Because how else am I going to win? He has 3 blockers up. I have 4 attackers. Well, I have 3 ground attackers. He has 3 ground guys. The trades would be I'd lose one of my 2/2s. He'd lose 1/2/1. I don't think it's worth it. I won't get any damage through. That's the real thing. You know, I just won't get damage through. Surveil is good though. Another sprite. Maybe we need it. We're gonna get him down to 7. We're gonna be able to counter any heal. This would add 1 damage per turn. It's kind of weak. I think we need a Jhin, but then if we get a Jhin, he just pops it with Vivian. I don't know. I don't think this is good enough, but I don't really know what else we could get that would be any better. I think this is going to get popped from Vivian this turn. Then we're down to 1 damage a turn. The thing is that second... okay, he's going to draw. The second Night Veil would have only added like 1 more damage a turn. So, really... Alright. This doesn't matter to me. It's basically just a chump blocker. I'm not going to use Retort on that. that is going to need to go. So I think he kills the sprite. And so at some point I'm going to have to start chump blocking. I could double block this right now. I think the argument for double blocking is that if I don't do that, these guys are never gonna connect anyway. Like, he's got a wider board than me. I'm not gonna be able to widen my board more than his. I might as well just take that damage off the board to buy me some more time to get through with my guys that he can't block. Unfortunately, I don't think this guy's lasting much longer. This is a good draw. So, we do our attacks. Unfortunately, what's it called? If we drew Curious Obsession, we'd want to play it right now. So like if we drew first, but then the problem is we only get to keep one of them, so I think we do have to attack first. I'm kind of tempted to send the Trickster after Vivian, but I think we need this as a chump block. Just to buy it. We really need to be able to buy time and draw card. We need to do a lot of stuff. There's Obsession, god damn it. How bad do I want that or not? I think we need it, even just for the damage we need it. It can, even if we swing once with it, it's pretty good. This is actually good, because we are like in range of killing him potentially. The real issue I'm looking at is that we don't have a counter now. So if he explores right now, I think we just lose. Like if he okay, he drew a land. He might, I think he should actually draw instead of kill my sprite. I really hope he draw. Yeah, he's drawing. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. So he's gonna kill the sprite, I guess, probably. Or maybe he kills this so he can, I don't know. It's kind of a wash. I would have killed the sprite probably. Just so that Vivian didn't have to like use her -3. Do I chump block? I kind of want to kill. Like I said, I'm never gonna attack. So like, is it better to? I think it's better to prevent two damage forever than it is to prevent 1 damage now. Okay, that's a good draw. Now this is not gonna last. So what we want to do though is spread it. We put it on this because now he has to use either kill the Curious Obsession or the sprite. He doesn't get to kill both. Jin. I don't think the Jin is good enough because if I had 1 more mana it would be good enough, but I need to have 3 mana open for these aren't wizards, so I need 3 mana to cast that. So I'm gonna drop him. What I actually want is another counter if I can get it, because we're gonna win next turn if we. Okay, that's a good draw too. Actually, will we be able to prevent... Yeah, we'll be able to prevent him from killing this now because we have the Storm Tamer. So yeah, he can't even do that. Dude, this was a good... I mean, even if I don't win this, I still think it was a good game. That's a dead draw. He's dead. Well, I don't know what that card... Okay, he's dead. Yeah, that was sick. I mean... I feel like I was out of that one. You know, once the fact that he was, oh, I didn't even see what card that was, damn it. He was able to stabilize, basically, and I still won just by, like, completely grinding the fuck out of it. I think it helped a lot that I knew the cards that he had. Because, like, and probably the most important play I made that game was using the Trickster on the tree dude to prevent him from healing for 3, because imagine if he had 3 more health. Like, think about how I won. Imagine I had to swing like that many more times. He could have drawn into. It was really close, so that damage really mattered. Okay, this is a very similar hand to last game. I'm keeping it. This is actually a little bit better because it has more win conditions in it. Like if we had been able to get a Jin to stick, he's probably I don't know. He could be. Uh, is it? I really hate mono blue mirror. I don't think it's fun. So I hope he's not mono blue, but we'll see. Okay, is it? Aggro. Okay. Alright, I think we just have to opt here. We need to draw a land. I hate to give up an Essence Scatter, but we can't even cast it. God damn it. Man, if he hadn't shocked, we'd be in such an we'd be in a really decent position if he hadn't used shock. Now we're like, he doesn't have a good play either though, so that's good at least. All right, Trickster, we have literally no playable cards, and we're gonna have to discard because we didn't get a land. Okay, that's cool. I guess I'm gonna get rid of Chart a Course. Fucking shit. Yeah. I'm getting rid of Chart a Course because I have 2 Curious Obsession. I thought about getting rid of one of them, but they're cheaper. I don't know. This is shit. We're just fucked, I think. We can bounce that, but like what good is that really? Okay, so I guess what we can do here is we're gonna Trickster so that it doesn't attack. Well, I don't know. No, we can actually use Trickster like after it attacks because it will lose all its attack rating because it doesn't have any base attack on it. And then if he plays a better creature, we'll use Essence Scatter instead of Trickster. Fuck yeah. Well, that's uncounterable, so at least with Essence Scatter. I think we just lost because of the land mana screw here. I mean, there's like, if I were really trying to save time, I'd probably just concede right here. I don't really see a way coming back from this. I mean, he's playing 5 lands versus 2 here. We may just have to, yeah, I mean, we got an island, I guess, but this guy can do 4 damage to any creature just by doing the -3 ability. So ideally we make a wide board. This is just like, he just pops this if we play it. We can't do Curious Plus, so we just do Curious Obsession. Bouncing this would be okay, I guess, but we just have to do this. He's just going to kill it, but actually we have Dive Down. We can save it 1 turn. We'll see what we can do. We have Essence Scatter, but I mean, in all likelihood, we have to just dive down and save it from the Rawl attack and just ignore the damage for now. Hope that we can. Yep. It is good though. He just had the -3 this. Okay, so he can still kill it. Cool. I mean, he had to use more resources to do that, but we were pretty all in on that. Okay, he just gets another Planeswalker down. Well, there's our land now. I mean, we can do exclusion. This just gets killed, so we just do exclusion mage, I guess, and pop and just bounce the Drake, and then that's it. Probably if he uses the ability to kill this, he's gonna lose Raw. I think Rawl dies if it goes to 0, I think, right? I've never actually seen that happen. Yeah, so he probably does, or he just would have killed that. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't value that as a target, really. This is a 7-4 now, by the way. We kind of need, a Trickster would be good. Exclusion, we have another Exclusion Mage. The Jhin is just, I don't think it's playable at this point. If we get another dive down or something, we could eventually play it. So we just Curious Obsession. He can block it though, like, so we have to do this first and bounce it so we can attack. I didn't want to do that because now anything we draw, we probably can't play. Dive down, I guess, is the best draw. That's not good. Well, if Rawl kills this and he doesn't get a good, he's gonna just keep playing the Drake. Like that's the real problem here. We don't have enough mana to Essence Scatter it. Like it would have been good if we had one more mana. We could have bounced it and then countered it when he replayed it. But he knows we don't have the mana to do it too. That's Niv Mizzet. That's even worse than the Drake. Yeah. Well, I couldn't have countered that anyway. So yeah. Probably you just surrender here. The Jhin can never get through because of Niv Mizzet. I don't have any way to remove this. I probably can never get another attack in. Yeah, I'm just dead. And that's how it goes against a control deck. If you're playing a tempo deck or an aggro deck and you're playing against control, this is annoying. I really need to win another one. I mean, the difference isn't that big, but I don't like I don't like going under 50% win rate. That's just like, when I'm playing a deck like this, I should be playing it because I'm playing it to win, you know. I really that hand, the fact that I drew no land was just pretty unlucky, but all right, I'll keep this. 2 land, good enough. Some card draw in case we don't draw the land eventually. The problem with drawing to get land like that though is like this deck is a tempo deck, so you kind of want to have tempo. Like you don't want to be spending your turns just drawing so that your next turn is better. You want to be making each turn really, really good. So ideally I don't have to do that, but what we have though available is fuck. Okay. Well, that's okay, I guess. What we have available now is Essence Scatter, so we just like we have the choice of how afraid are we of his 2-drop. He's playing Dimir of some kind, I think. Probably Dimir if you're playing that. His 2-drop could be kind of scary. It could be like Dimir Spy Bug. We'd like to counter that for sure. But if I play if I play Chart a Course, I'm more likely to get Curious Obsession. And then I can just hopefully do that next turn. This isn't the line of play I usually would take, but I want to experiment a little bit. And I want to make sure I have a land draw next turn too. Alright, that's alright. Now, if he plays a really scary thing, I'm going to regret, maybe, but we'll see what he does. We're much better set up now. Okay, I wouldn't have been able to counter that anyway, so very fortunate here. I think I took the right line of play. Alright, we have 3 mana, so we can do Opt and hold our mana for either Scatter or Trickster. That's fine. So, and we can actually opt at the end of the turn. Is there ever a reason to do that? Because we could opt into like Curious Obsession right now, I guess. I think we do it now. That's something you want to get that card online as fast as possible. Another island. I'm gonna take that, I think. Just because, like, we don't want to get caught out of just not having being able, even though the curve on this deck is really low, because you have to hold mana open for counters and stuff like that. It's very bad if you just get choked out of mana and you don't have, like if we have 2 mana open for counters, that means we can play a 1-drop every turn, which isn't very good. Like right now, we can either Essence Scatter or Trickster or Dive Down. We can't do more than one of those things. Fortunately, his mana is limited enough that I'm not too worried about it. Trickster is not really a priority because this is just going to block it. I'm not going to counter that. It's just a 1/1 flyer. I don't feel like I can use my resources on countering something like that. You know, like... Alright, so now we're going to do this just to spend our mana, and we can actually tap this and get an attack through anyway. It's fine. Okay. Not the best draw, but the real fear here is that he's playing like Ritual of Soot. We'll just die. He'll clear our whole board out and die if we make a really wide board. So that kind of sucks. But I mean, we can't play around it too hard in this situation. We don't have a lot else to do. So I think we play. Let's play a Storm Tamer, or should I play? I'm just gonna play this actually. These are a little bit more valuable than these, I think. It depends how you're looking at it, but and so we're gonna save. I'm gonna save all 3 mana just in case. Because like this will eventually be able to protect our buffed guy if we could Curious Obsession, but the downside of this is like he can trade with this guy, or if he buffs this, he'll be able to block, etc. So I'm kind of more inclined to just play this right now, so I can just start putting 2 damage down per turn. Okay. So he's draining and healing. No way to counter that anyway. I don't really care about that, I don't think. I guess the problem is if he has like 4 of these, it's just going to keep, you know, we're chipping for 2 a turn, and he just did a 6 damage swing. Well, we actually don't care about our health that much, so he did like 3 damage heal, right? I guess one advantage of this is we could have dived down on it and blocked and just killed his thing. But I don't know how good that is, really. Alright, these aren't the draws. We really want to draw a Jin now, I think, so we can just start hitting for real damage. This is just like... This is just asking to die to a board clear. I'm going to play this, though. And then I'm going to attack first, I guess. We could also dive down. Let's attack with everything. We can dive down here and kill his Phantasm before it gets big. That would be a really good use of the mana and card. Yeah. This will let us start putting more damage in every turn if he doesn't manage to get another blocker down. And then, so the question here is, if we think he has a board clear, do we think he would have used it already? I think he would have. But if he draws into it, if I play another one of these, and then he draws into it, we're just down to almost nothing. Then again, like, even if he board clears and we just have 2 things, how good is that even? Like, is that really much better? But actually, I need to save 2 mana, so it's a moot point. But I'm just thinking, like, assuming I just keep drawing shit like this, how much of it do I play? Because generally you say, well, you don't want to make your board too wide. Just keep pressuring. The thing is, okay, he has a red too, apparently. Arclight Phoenix. Okay, that's a perfect target for Essence Scatter. I'm happy to do that. He shouldn't be able to do anything, yeah. I think his draws really sucked. Like his deck, if he had drawn the red mana source earlier, I think he would have just been popping off, but he's just been choked out from mana. Not an exciting draw. Now we really are faced with this problem of how much shit do we throw down into a board clear. It's like the problem is we're not really putting a lot of damage in every turn. 2, 3, 4, 5. Adding one more isn't a big deal. I guess we just do it, right? I mean, this guy can block the Storm Tamer. I'm fine with that. Let him do it. Basically, he has this in his... I don't know why this is even in his... The only thing I can think of with this is it's used to thin out the deck. Like, you have... The idea of this card is hopefully you surveil it away and just get a free 1/1 flyer on the board. You don't actually intend to play it from hand. If you draw it though, then you've just got a shitty draw. I mean, it's one of those cards that when it works like the way it works, I'm not going to pierce that. Like he can just tap more mana. The only reason I would do that is if I thought I'm preventing him from spending the remaining 3 mana on something good. But I don't actually, he has so few cards, I don't think he has another play. Okay. I'm going to pierce this though because this could dig for a board clear and he could clear me. Now he can't actually, the first card I wouldn't have been, he would have been able to spend mana to make it resolve. This one he didn't have enough mana left. So, you know, he would have been able to just cast a board clear or have a board clear. Okay, this is another just gimpy guy that's going to die to a board clear, but I'll take it, I guess. He can at least help us surveil, so I am going to play him. You know, we really wanted to draw some card draw, Curious Obsession, Djinn. There's tons of stuff in the deck that would have been better than everything we've been drawing. The only thing I can say for this stuff is he can't block it. So like say he draws a big blocker right now, it doesn't matter, he's dead. The only thing that saves him is that. Okay, so he got it just when he needed it. Cool. Yeah, so he top decked his saving card and we've been punished now. Okay, so we got another one of these dudes. The good thing now though is like, I mean he probably has more of these in his deck of course. But he's got to top deck it. He has 3 turns. Assuming we don't get a totally shit draw next turn, he probably has 2 turns. If we can draw some counter, we'll be able to lock him out a lot better. Okay, that's good for us, thank God. It's crazy, with this much enhanced surveillance, he didn't get any good draws. Like, it makes me question if he's running like a shitty deck or something, I don't know. There we go. Just in time. I'm actually not complaining. I mean, he might be able to count. No, he has no cards. So yeah. Thank God. Okay. Kind of a shitty game. I think I just beat him because his draws were so bad that he just couldn't win. But I'll take it. So if we win one more, then we paid 0 gold to get a rare and 2 uncommons, which is better than break even. I would say this is about break even. And then if we can win a bit more, we're actually profiting. The deck I least like playing against with this deck is, aside from the mirror match, is red aggro, mono red aggro. It's really frustrating to play against. And the mulligan, you've seen me, I haven't been playing in it recently, but when I look at my hand, like this hand for example, it's like, well, this is a pretty good hand, but if I'm against aggro mono red, it's not quite good enough probably. We'll see though. Okay. Huh. Okay, I don't think mono red would run that card though, so no, it definitely wouldn't. Well, that's a good draw. Because against mono red, you want to get something like this down early, and like That's fine, dude. Go ahead and do that, please. So this is a nice situation. Well, the problem is we don't have actual counter, but we will next turn. Let's just hope he doesn't play a really big, good card, a good creature right now. That's okay. So he is some kind of. Why do you play Evolving Wilds if you're aggro like this? I don't. Maybe he's got another color, but okay. Resolve. We're gonna tap the field. Well, let me think about this. This doesn't have haste anyway. I'm trying to think, like, do I actually want to attack or do I just want to hold this and block with it? I think we hold and block with this, so I don't know. I might as well tap this, though, in case I do want to attack. There's no reason to tap that right now. Interesting. Pretty tempting to bounce something, because, like, if he's playing Lava Runner, he's a pretty aggro tempo deck, at least, and this is the big tempo killer. The problem is if I do that, I can't use Retort anymore, so I'm not going to do it. And I'm also not going to attack, because if he attacks in with a combat trick, I'm going to Spell Pierce it, and then I can just kill the Lava Runner. What color is he running other than red? We should see it right now, right? Black, okay. I'm gonna kill that. I know it's not a really juicy target, but the fact that he's running that card means, like, his whole curve is gonna look like that. Okay. So he's Wizard's Lightning on that. Do I Spell Pierce the Lightning? I think I do. Because, like, he's out of cards now. I mean, he didn't want, now we don't have a super favorable trade here, but because he's so aggressive, this is actually favorable for me to just trade and have the board clear, and I have more cards than he does, so that's good. Okay. Exclusion Mage is not bad here because we can still opt, and it's still a 2/2. Let's opt first. That's really good. I'll take that. Well, normally it's really good, but against aggro, it's kind of iffy sometimes. I still think you take it. Okay. This is more mana efficient. Bouncing the field is good because, like, he doesn't want to. Sometimes the thing is when their hand is so empty, though, like, they're probably not going to be able to spend their mana anyway. But let's say he draws like a 4-drop, then this is going to tax his mana. He might not be able to replay it. Let's just do that. The reason I don't really want to do it is because bouncing something better later could be a lot more valuable. But, like, you know, if he just got a dead draw, okay. So he was able to perfectly utilize his mana, so this bounce wasn't very good. And now this isn't even a good target for Obsession because he can just block and we're not going to draw anything. But we could actually... I think this is a rare case that you just do this. Just to get a card. We need extra card draw. We need card advantage over him. So we bounce this just to get an attack in. Usually you don't want to play this on your own turn, but if it allows you to swing for 3, draw a card, it's worth it, I think. Alright. I'll just play this. I mean, this is how card advantage works. You know, you get... He probably can kill this. Like, the chances that he can't kill this is going to be... He doesn't have card. One of these is a land, I think. If he has any removal, this is dead. Okay. This is unfortunate. We just can't get through this. Oh, well, now we can. Okay. Actually, we just put it on the sprite, right? Because then we can hit for sure. Like, putting on this would be good because it's going to kill the fields. The fields are eventually going to ping us, but, like... Well, that is an interesting question, isn't it? I just think it's too risky to all in on the mage. Like, I think the card advantage will win us the game. And this guy being able to draw consistently is going to help do that. He might have a combat trick. This guy doesn't really need to attack. So I don't think there's any reason to actually attack with... As long as anyone attacks, they all survive. So we don't need to attack with him and risk him. Trickster is good. I'll take it. That will let one more attacker through. We'll just hold it. We're probably not going to play it on his turn. I'm feeling good about this one. The main risk is that if he gets a card like I don't even know what the fuck deck this is, by the way, but if he gets a card that just draws him a bunch of cards, he'll be pretty much back in the game. Because the next turn is really important. If we can draw like... Oh, fuck. Okay. But you know, if we had done all in on this guy, then maybe I can prevent some damage if I play this now. I'm just going to do that. I think this will prevent one of these from pinging me at least. Nope, it didn't. Okay. I had to do it before he cast, I guess. Alright, this is at least... This would have been great to have against the Banefire, but too bad. We're going to get some damage through at least here. We're not going to get to draw. He's not going to let that happen, but we're hitting him at least. And that's kind of the state of the game. Oh, thank God. Okay. A little bit tempting to do this first, but we need to be able to... risky combat trick. Yeah, he's got a combat trick. Okay. Oh, no, he doesn't. Draw cards. That's probably the game-winning play right here. Just draw cards. Shut down anything he plays that's good. Is that... How threatening is this? 2 damage a turn, 2 damage now. He'll get me down to 11. But I'm hitting him from... Well, these are actually blocking pretty hard. This will allow him to block the tricksters. I'm going to counter it. It feels bad, but I don't think he has a better card. Because he's top... Like, if he weren't top decking, I don't think I would have done that. But, like, the fact that he's top decking means he just has to play whatever he gets. And, like, if I had let that live, I would have got fewer attacks through every turn. That's a shit draw. 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to play it. The chance that this is going to help me as mana is almost nothing. The only downside is like my Jin will be weaker or whatever. Having 2 cards in hand makes him think I have counterplay open. I do have some counterplay open, but not that he really has an option of playing around anything, right? Like he just has to, he top decks and he has to play what he gets. Like he's not going to get a bomb and not play it. Okay, that's a shitty draw though. We'll play one of these. I mean, really shit that we're not getting better draw than this at this point. Like, you know, he's out of the game. Wow, he's not getting draws either though. So okay, this is good enough, I would say. It's not the... If I could choose a card to draw, it wouldn't be this card, but it's going to let us get more guaranteed damage there. Okay. So Spell Pierce is not going to prevent any damage, and he's just going to pay mana. So I don't... there's no reason to use it, I guess. He doesn't have it. I don't know what card this is. Maybe, so this is cutting down our damage per turn by a lot. Really unfortunate. I think we would have had lethal next turn, but now we're just going to hit him for 2. And Spell Pierce is pretty weak now because, like, okay, whatever. Well, not exactly whatever. He could draw, if he gets another Banefire, we're just dead. So, because it cannot be countered. And now, okay, we all attack for sure. I don't think we can afford to give up damage, even though this is a threat or whatever. We have to, like, this sets him down on a 1 turn. He's got 1 turn left to find something. He basically has to get Banefire, I think. I guess he could choose to not attack. Okay. Does he have lethal? Like, if you don't have lethal in hand, why do you attack? Because, oh, maybe you have a removal. Okay. So Wizard's Retort, yes, please. We need those cards for lethal. Unfortunately, he might actually have another spell that kills us. Oh, fuck me, dude. And he has just enough mana open that we can't Spell Pierce it, right? Yeah, that sucks. Pretty well played from him. I think I'm dead. I don't even know what's happening, actually. I think he's clearing our board off. So he kicked it. Did he kick it? 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 5. No, he didn't kick it. He just did 1 target. Okay, so he just bought himself a turn. But he put us in a tighter spot. Okay. Please get something good. That's not it. Oh my god. Alright, we've got pretty much a coin flip here. We attack with 2 things. No, I mean, there's no point attacking with this, actually. We just have to attack with 1 thing, and we hold 2 guys to block. And we're going to hold this so he thinks we might have something, but he just, if he gets burned, we're dead. This is going to ping us for 2. Yeah, okay, he wins. That sucks. I feel like he made some good plays for sure. But we both drew pretty shit. Like his drawing doesn't seem very good. I drew like, I don't know, like if I had drawn, there's tons of draws I could have got there that would have just been like, okay, I win now. And I just kept drawing like kind of crappy shit. Okay, that's kind of garbage. We'll do another one. So I'm very close to being able to draft again. I have to start getting profit on these though. Like, if I had won, you know, a few more, it would have been a net gain. It kind of, I do like this game as like, there's a lot of ways you can play Magic. You can do Arena, you can do Magic Online, or you can play in real life. And ultimately, this is a cheaper way to play. The problem is when you say, okay, I want to play this deck, you find a deck you want to play. This is the hardest. Like, if you play online, Magic Online, you just buy the deck, and you know how much it's going to cost in dollars, and it's usually like over $100 still, but you just know. And then in real life, it's just like $500, which is ridiculous. But and then in this game though, it's like, Okay, you just have to grind a bunch of like stuff out. Oh fuck me. Okay. This is a really shit matchup. Like this has lifelink, so I think I have to do the trickster and kill this if I can. He does need 3 mana to create another one, so it's not like spectacular right just yet. The problem is like against the deck I'm running, you have very weak damage output, and like you're chipping away at them very slowly. So he better attack with this. Okay, good. So you have all this shitty damage output, and then if they're able to heal at all consistently, you just kind of... Oh, fuck me. I didn't even... Fucking Christ. Okay. It's alright. I can still attack. Like, tapping this lets me attack, but still, that's not really what I wanted to happen. We're gonna try to court... Well... we attack here. The question is, we can chart a course or save mana for Wizard's Retort. My issue with Doin saving mana here is that we don't have any land. We don't have any real answer to anything other than doing this twice, which is going to hold us in a position of him having a 2/3 that we can't attack into. So I think we have to risk doing this right now in order to win in the long term. Because, like, stabilizing with... Oh, my God, dude. This would be a really good target for Wizard's Retort. But what can you do? Alright. No land again, so that really sucks. I think I'm going to opt for a land. Alright, good. That at least gives us something we can do. If I attack with this, he's not going to block it. But then he just attacks with everything next turn. I think it's better for me to like... I don't know. I don't know how I win, actually. I'm just thinking he's not going to attack with like either of these if I don't attack now. But really, how helpful is that, Oh my God. Well, I'll take her out, I guess. Cool. Yeah, I kind of think I should just concede here. It's, Jesus fucking Christ, okay. Yeah, it's over. Not a good start. And against a deck like that, we kind of needed to be on the play, and we needed to just be locking his shit down every turn, and having something swinging. Basically, Curious Obsession, I think. Curious Obsession on a unblockable guy, drawing into your counter spell, countering everything. Because once that History of Benalia, well, even the Thorn Lieutenant was like, we could have held the mana and countered History of Benalia, but like we knew the next draw was just like opt and some shitty thing, and that wouldn't have won us the game. We would have just been at a stall where we couldn't attack. Alright, so this has everything except for a 1-drop, but I will keep it. Because we can eventually, if we have to, we can just Obsession on the Sprite, which is a really nice little combo because it surveils and then draws. So you can make your draws really good. Okay, blow. We'll play the Sprite before he can... Well, there's a few choices here. Like, we can actually Essence Scatter him. it's just like he might not. I don't know. I think we have to be like take initiative here. Because what we can do, ideally, we draw a land next turn, and then we can start locking him out. Oh god, it's the Merfolk deck. Right, we're in a pretty good spot against this deck, especially with that land draw here. So we just buff our dude and swing, and we counter everything he plays. That's the goal. I actually don't want to land. I just want more Essence Scatter and Wizard Retort. That's all I want to draw at this point. Because the way you shut this deck down is you just prevent the creatures from coming out. Like every turn if possible. Okay. So we just Spell Pierce that, I guess. This deck doesn't really run a lot of spells. I think sometimes it runs Curious Obsession, which would be much better Spell Pierce. But again, Spell Pierce loses value over time. Like, once he has more, if he had one more mana, he could have just paid extra to cast that card. Okay, so we're going to draw first. Surveil and draw. That's sick. Essence Scatter, perfect. As many of those as I can get, please. We're expanding our mana as well, so we can actually double Essence Scatter next turn if we really wanted to. I think this is probably the safest play. In case he has removal, we can save it, and plus we can Essence Scatter. This is a greedier play. I don't think we need to do that, but let's do the safer play. This also has the side benefit of letting us attack for more every turn. Double Essence, like he could play 2/2 drops, which would be not ideal for us, but it's a very real possibility. I had to hedge my bets a little bit because if he does remove this, we have very little. These are so good because we have this just swinging. As soon as he removes that, we're kind of in a situation we were in last game where I didn't really want to just sit there and scatter and counter because I'm going to hold that. Well, am I? Yeah, I think so. I want to hold it in case he gets something really scary. Dive down. We don't need this because we already have the Storm Tamer. I'd rather draw just like that's okay, I guess. So chart a course here is okay. I don't feel like I really need to do it. I think I'd rather say now that he has more mana, I'd rather be able to double scatter just to completely lock him out if I can. Like 2/2 drops. If he buffs, he can a 3-drop and a 2-drop. You know, that's scary on this deck. And he's got a lot of cards. Like he hasn't been really doing anything. So yeah, that gives him. I'm gonna counter that. It gives him card draw. It's not the best stats and stuff, but I just need to shut him out as much as I can. He would have been able to kill our, well, to just make us not use this a bunch, and that would have sucked. Yeah, good. As much as this mono blue deck is like really scummy, it feels really scummy to play against and stuff. That Merfolk deck is even more annoying. So I like I didn't think there was a deck more annoying than mono blue, and then I played against the Merfolk deck, and it's like, oh okay. Because it's just a deck that like if they can get like just a few creatures down, you're dead. They all just buff each other, and that's why it's so satisfying to just shut it out with counters because they cannot do anything. Like they don't have any spells, they don't have like removal or anything. It's just like okay, Merfolk, 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 and then if you have a bunch of counters, you just counter it every time, and they can't do anything. Very good hand, keep for sure. They go first, which is not good. This deck, I think this deck always wants to go first. Oh, this is scary. So we want to have our counters online as fast as humanly possible. I think we don't even play. I think we don't even play Obsession next turn because we want to be able to Essence Scatter his little tiger guy that's almost guaranteed to come out next turn. Feels bad to not do that, but I think this is the right play. I'm not going to counter that. Like, if he wants to pay 3 mana to draw a card, it's not good. It's not great for me, of course. And so I just play this now because this isn't. I don't want this to attack. Okay. So now, thankfully, we can safely use Curious Obsession here. Well, there's a few problems though. Like, if he has removal, it's going to die. Generally, you don't want to use. You want to use this to save the thing that has Curious. I don't want to put it on a ground creature though. So I think I just have to risk this here. We need to start drawing. We need to start hitting him. He's gonna, every time he plays a white thing or a creature, a white creature is gonna gain him 2 life every time he plays one now, which is like means we have to start hitting him pretty hard. Of course, I think if I counter, he still heals himself, which is ridiculous, but I think that's how it works. No, whenever it enters, this won't give it to him. So he'll get 1 life from the mirror, but he won't get it from this if I counter. I'm gonna let him attack if he needs to. I'm more worried about what is he gonna do. Oh, he didn't attack. Okay, he didn't do anything. Huh? Cool. Did he? He didn't even draw a card? You shitting me? Why would you not draw the card? That doesn't make any sense. He just forgot to do it? He didn't spend his mana. What the fuck? Okay. He just forgot, I guess. Okay. Let's see what we draw. We could opt first. I don't like opting first. I just like, because whatever I draw, I might want the mana available, right? Like, oh, can you just do this during my turn, I guess? I don't know if that... Okay, yeah, you can do it during my turn, but... I don't know. Maybe he just knew he didn't have any 1 mana play to make, or something like that. I don't know. Okay, so... This is playable. We could also opt instead of playing this. I do want to pressure him as hard as I can. There's going to be a point where he might be able to heal himself. We only have an essence. Well, we have 2 things that we can counter with. So actually, I'm going to leave both mana open, all my mana open for counter. Because as much as I'd like to kill him a little bit quicker, the only thing that gets him back into the game is resolving his spells. And if we can prevent him from resolving stuff, that's how I'm going to win. I don't know why I keep saying we. I always hated when people said we when I watch a stream. Like, I'm like, why are you saying we? You're not. No one else is playing. Okay. I think I'm gonna essence this just because like he doesn't have anything, and this works on creatures. This thing is really annoying, and it gains him life. I can't really afford to let him gain life. So, unfortunately, yeah. So now we're gonna have to use this too. That's fine though. The problem now is we don't have any counters left. He just gained like 2 life from failing to cast 2 spells. Alright, that's... doesn't do much. I think we hold this in case he's able to resolve some bullshit card like that. So let's dig. Maybe there's an argument to make that I should have cast Opt. Jump block, go ahead. That's good, okay. So we can... What is better here? I kind of... This is more mana efficient. We could draw into like a Djinn. Or more land. We can't play Djinn without keeping... We actually want to get another Wizard's Retort in case he plays some really big spell or something. I don't know what spell that would be, but this is going to let us get... We're pushing through 4 per turn. This would be up to 5. It shouldn't make a huge... I'm going to put this down to just start getting more damage through. Because he's going to probably be able to heal a little bit. And I would prefer that we push more damage in so that we can... You know, every extra turn he gets... Okay. Fuck. So that's why we needed to do... we can still do Opt and dig for it. Probably not going to get it. I mean, it'd be pretty lucky if we do get it. Damn it. Okay. We didn't get it. It's not the end of the world. It's certainly not good. I think we cannot afford to play that. We have to keep all of our counter up. We can't even do this, really. Well, we could. It just would draw us 1 card, though. We would really like to stick a creature right now, though. Like, it hurts to do that. Also, though, like, let's wait. Because he might play 2 creatures. I want to lock him out of playing creatures. That's just so important. I feel like any spell, like we wanted to be able to counter a spell to prevent that from happening. But now that we don't have any creatures, the spells don't really matter, I don't think. So yeah, that's going away. Too bad we can't play that on his turn. Okay, that's a good pickup, I guess. This does create the problem that we won't be able to... Well, we actually don't have another scatter anyway, so that's fine. This will surveil, which is nice. If we pick up another Curious Obsession, it'll be good. Okay, bye. Why isn't he drawing? He should just draw cards or something. I don't know, like... So if he does stick one of these things, we can bounce it at least, but we're running a little bit on fumes at this point. So the Chart of Course, I'm really glad I held on to it and didn't waste it for 1 card. Island, not good enough at this point. We need stuff to do. We need Wizard's Retort is like the best try, I think. Fuck. Well, no reason not to play this, I guess. If he has like another Cleansing Nova, it's bad, but really... If he's going to Cleansing Nova here, who cares? I mean, it's not who cares, but it's not really good either for him. Okay. So now, I think we just Opt first thing. Hopefully we draw like a Djinn. Okay, that's good. I'll take that. We'll put it on the Herald just because we're splitting like our value. We don't want to put it on our most valuable dude. And then we attack. See what we draw. Not an island. There we go. That's what I wanted. Perfect. So he should be locked out now. Like, he's just top decking. We should be able to draw into our counters. And this is our backup plan if he somehow manages to stick a minion. And he's pretty much dead from the swings soon. I feel like from playing this deck, I've realized how, okay, yeah, you're not getting to play that, dude. From playing, this card is really key, like, because it's your only actual removal. Like, technically your counters are removal, yeah, but they don't remove stuff that's already on the board. This is the only thing you have that just takes a thing off the board. And you really don't want to play it like, you know, I had several opportunities to just play this for some kind of value or just to have another 2/2 on the board. But we're going to hold back. We don't need more for lethal. I put this up in case he has single target removal. But if he has like another cleansing Nova, we don't want to overcommit. He can draw 2 cards a turn, like you know, countering this would have been nice when I had the chance to, but the fact that I didn't made it so he never had a good creature on the board, ever. This is really good, but he's dead, so it doesn't matter yet. This card is a nightmare to play against if they get it equipped. You basically just lose the game if you can't deal with it. It's just like a virus that spreads. But you know, yeah, he needed to put it on one of his big creatures that didn't get that I countered. If he had got that down and then equipped it with the helmet. The thing with the helmet, you have to play it. It takes like a ton of mana to put it down, and then it takes a ton of mana to equip it. So it's a really slow thing, but if you do get it to work, you pretty much win. Okay. This is a very good hand. Even with one land, we have our... This is these are the 4 cards I wish I could have in every opening hand, and this deck would be like too good if you could guarantee that. There's probably an argument for either of these. There's probably an optimal one. I think it's better to put down the Herald first, probably. Because ideally what you want to do is next turn, I do not Curious Obsession. Like, this feels really good, but the thing is, I don't want him to be able to 2-for-1 me. This protects the guy that you buff. So like, what I want to have happen is I want to draw another land ideally, and then I play Curious Obsession and leave 1 mana open in case he has removal. Oh, fuck me. I should have thought it. This is gone. This is just gone. So that's the reason to not do what I just did. And you know, I knew he was Dimir. I knew that was a possibility, but it's okay. We're getting pretty bad draws. Dimir has access to Ritual of Soot, potentially. I don't really know this deck that well. They could also have... there's our land, finally. I like the Sprite. The Sprite is going to help us get our land, so we need that, I think. The Trickster is better like stats. The 2/2 is nice, especially if he's not getting creatures down, but I think we need this to make sure we draw into stuff we need. Like this would be good to resolve if possible. This deck is likely to have a good amount of removal. Having a lot of shit out like this is pretty good, but not if he has a sweeper, not if he can clear the whole board with like Ritual of Soot or... What's the other stuff that... Dispersal? No. I can't remember what it's called. Alright. He's only got 1 mana open. I feel comfortable just dropping the Djinn right here. We're pretty much playing beatdown. Knowing that we're going to have a Djinn out, having another island is good, I think. I'm not excited. I'd really like to have like something other than Spell Pierce to deal with his removal and stuff, and his creature development. But I think we just kind of have to drop this right now and hope for the best. Just make it so he's under pretty real pressure right now. Putting down single target removal on this is pretty good. Okay, yeah, he got it. But again, that used all his mana, and we're still swinging, so I'm okay with it. The island is not looking so good anymore suddenly, but we can keep surveilling. There we go. I'll take that. I think this deck is going to run Dream, what's it called? Doom Whisper is his big bomb that he'll drop, and I think he can do it next turn if he has another land, so we're kind of wish we had drawn this a little bit quicker. Is it coming down? Thank God. Okay. We're going to play this to just get more beatdown going. Really susceptible to a sweeper at this point. He probably does run Ritual of Soot. I just really don't feel that I can play around it and win. Dream Eater, okay. 4-3, yeah, you're gone. Dream Eater, which I forgot about that. Yeah, that bounces one of my dudes, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. Unfortunately, we don't have our Essence Scatter anymore. I don't think I can keep that. Increasing the amount of damage he takes every turn is pretty nice, but we really want, like, a Wizard's Retort would be the best pickup, I think. Another Essence Scatter would be good. But really, Wizard's Retort in case he plays Ritual of Soot. Yeah, we might as well do this to tax his mana. If I don't do that, he's going to make me discard it. This card is really scary. One of the ways you can play against it though is just emptying your hand. So like, if I just play everything I get now, he won't be able to make me discard anything. If I draw into Curious Obsession, it's kind of annoying, but okay, sure. Slows me down a bit, but alright, that's annoying. So lethal on board. I have to assume he's got something, and my hand's empty. Still lethal on board, right? I think so. So we sack. This is, I think the Storm Tamer is a little bit more valuable in case we get a Djinn or something. Maybe. Now if he plays a Spy Bug, we're fucked, I guess. Okay, he's dead then. Yeah, cool. No, I think that was wrong. I think I should have sacked the Storm Tamer because like, if he had played a Dimir Spy Bug, he could have blocked the Storm Tamer, but he couldn't have blocked the other guy. Okay. So we're 3-1. That feels pretty solid. I just need to keep playing as good as I can and hopefully make some gold profit. Hopefully we'll get some cards that I actually need for the Grixis deck. I need so many cards for that and I don't have like any of them. Any of the expensive ones at least. I have like a decent amount of the commons and stuff, but all of the mythics and rares, I just like don't have any of them mostly. So if I can get any of them in these, like the cards you get for winning on this thing, it'd be pretty cool. Good enough hand to keep, I would say. Not the best hand, but good enough for sure. Him going first is annoying. I always like to go first on this deck. It feels so much better. And in case you're not familiar, like the way it works is if you play first, you get one fewer cards. Okay, so he's Golgari midrange. We did win a good one of these before, where we barely won, but we just managed to squeeze it out. All right. So here's another situation where we have we got punished for it last time because he made us discard, but I don't think Golgari midrange is going to ever make us discard. So we just play this. Oh, we have dive down. Never mind. We're good to go, I think. We just do this. Yeah, we have dive down in hand. We don't need to wait. We just want to go off right now. But this can be really hard to win. Like, if he puts down his guy that can heal him right now, we're in trouble. Okay, thank God. I don't care. I mean, this is gonna do damage to us for sure, especially if it buffs. But this is the guy we don't want to resolve. So we want to save our retort for that. The only problem now though is like this thing is literally just gonna kill us. Like last time we played this matchup, he didn't manage. We had a really wide board and he couldn't really attack. I don't know why that wasn't. I think this was attacking. It just didn't kill us. But oh, there's a question. So a few options with this. We absolutely have to keep this in hand to retort that. We only have 3 mana to work with. So, like, let's see. He's going to spend 2 mana on this. I have to assume. And he's going to have 4 mana. So he'll have 2 more mana to do something with. I guess like an Assassin's Trophy could kill this, but it feels unlikely. Let's attack first. Okay. I'm just trying to think like if I want to play this or not. I'm not going to. I'm going to. I have to play a little bit risky. I don't think I'm favored in this matchup either. The reason I didn't want to play that was because now I can retort or I can dive down. Okay, so dive down is good. He made a mistake there. He should have targeted the Curious Obsession, I think. I think I couldn't have dived down then and saved it. He just would have killed that. So I'm not going to chump block yet, but I think I will have to consider chump blocking soon because otherwise he's going to kill me a lot faster than I can kill him. We do have quite a few things we can do though. So I think this turn I'm going to Obsession on this guy and just go off. We have several counter plays open during his turn, so that's good. This is eventually going to help us prevent damage. And this will help us close out when we need to. Like I was saying, it's really valuable to hold on to that. So if he plays a really big thing, we're going to retort it. Fuck, do I really want to retort that? I think I have to. He spent all his mana on it. We just do it. Like, the thing is, if I'd have to sack one of these guys, and like right now he has no way to deal with them, and he just spent all his mana. I think that seems like a good general rule of thumb. It's like if they spent all their mana doing something, you should probably counter it if you can. Just because like it would have given him a ton of value over time too. Okay. I kind of want to just bounce this guy right now. We have like a lot of drawn out ways to prevent him from using this. We can, I guess instead of bouncing him, we can just tap him. That's pretty much the same deal. Except it costs less mana. So let's opt right now. We have 2/2/2 stuff. Oh, okay. How much do I want another one of those guys? Not so much. Although, no, we want to get more We want another wizard retort if we can get one. Dive down is good too, yeah. Okay. No, I forgot we had the double draw too. Yeah, okay. Another trickster is good. Chart of course is not really relevant. Okay, and so now I think we trickster before combat. Oh, okay. We essence scatter that. And now we tap the ranger. We're just gonna chain tap this every combat. I'm just gonna tap that for 3 turns in a row, and he's never gonna attack with that. Yeah, he's dead. Okay. Maybe this matchup isn't really that bad for mono blue. Like, you really have the ability to completely lock out the Golgari player, because their stuff is all really good, but like, I just felt like it probably wasn't a good matchup because they have so many of those cheap creatures that explore, like 2-drops, and you really don't want to be countering those 2-drops because they're eventually just going to play a big thing that you can't counter, and then you're kind of fucked. But I don't know. Maybe he just didn't draw that. He drew one of those Jade Lights, and that was it. So it just didn't become an issue. But I don't know. I mean, I'm keeping this hand, but it's a little bit slow. Like, okay, Trickster's pretty good. I'm not. This card is it's quite good. There's another card that, like, the glider. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a picture of a guy on a glider, and it's a 2/1, and every time it attacks, it just nukes the stats of another creature that the defending player controls. I feel like that might be what you would take this out and put that in, but this is also makes the deck a lot more consistent. Okay. So Trickster doesn't really, like, ideally I would be able to retort or something, or essence scatter, but I just don't have it. So I think I played the Sprite here just to get more stuff going, to get the Surveil running. If he plays I don't know what this is 4 colors here. Wait, black, blue, red, green. Yeah, 4 color. Okay, maybe he's playing like Rainbow Lich or something. Never played against that deck. I've seen it though. Okay. So now we have retort available. It sucks that we don't have a like, if we had put this down, we could have had the retort for 2 mana, but we're just gonna, and I could play this, but I have to keep my retort available, I think. Like, that's just, and we're just gonna keep surveilling for land so we can do more stuff now. We kind of have the cards we want in hand. We wouldn't mind getting a Curious Obsession. Dive down isn't really important right now, I don't think. We just want to free up some mana so that we can play like a Jin and still counter, for instance. Or even like Storm Tamer. Like, if we get 1 more mana, we can do Storm Tamer and still have enough mana for that. If we play the Trickster on his turn here, this will only cost 2 mana and we'll be in a pretty good spot. Fuck. Like, okay, so on one hand, he spent all his mana on it. He won't be able to jumpstart it if I take it out now. On the other hand, this is my only counter. Whatever he does draw, I can counter later. I'm gonna let it go. Maybe that's the wrong decision, but I just feel like Exclusion Mage is, it's not what I want right now, but yeah, I think I'm gonna dunk it down because we did save this. We really want to draw land, I think. That's okay, that's good too. So now we can play 1 Storm Tamer at least. Let's scry or surveil. Land, okay, good. I feel like it was right to let the Chemist's Insight go off probably because he's getting pretty low. You would assume he's going to try to play his well. We're going to be able to counter the next two things he does, and that's, you could argue, well, if you counter this, you prevent those two things from even getting into his hand, but he had a lot of other stuff in his hand too. He's got a bunch of shit in there. I don't know what he's doing, but he's got a bunch of shit. Okay. So we still can't play the Jin, unfortunately. Let's surveil. He hasn't done anything. I mean, maybe he has. Okay. Do I ever... He kicked it. He's gonna get all the mana back, though. I feel like I just ignore that. He kicked it to draw a card, but like... I don't think I can use my Wizard's Retort on something like that, right? Another land? Yeah, I want another land so I can get the Jin down. And keep a Retort up. 4 mana open. So we're going to keep all 4 mana open for double Retort if we need it. I really didn't like countering that because like that was on my turn. So even though he spent a lot of mana on it to kick it, he was going to get that all. He hadn't used that mana anyway. And like bouncing my 1-drop is just so like irrelevant to me that yeah, so now we got to kill that, and we'd have 1 left in case he has a big threat again next turn, whereas like letting him bounce my Storm Tamer is just like, who gives a shit. Dive down, I'll keep that because I want to be able to protect the Jin without having to use a Retort if possible. The only shitty thing right now is if he threatens the Jin with removal, I feel obligated to use the Retort maybe, because I only have 4 damage on board. But the way I really could lose the game is if I don't know what the fuck this deck does. I mean, okay, he's got Relic Seeker, but this can't be countered, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you spend 5 or more, the spell can't be countered, right? 4. Executes 4. No, he didn't use enough mana to make it uncounterable. Why? You could have done it, dude. Like, you could have just spent 1 more mana and guaranteed it. Yeah, I have no idea what his deck was doing. I'm just not familiar enough with Standard yet, but like, you know, I was imagining if he played just some big fuck-off creature that I couldn't deal with, it would be... What's this? I don't think that's good. Those are just what I'm getting from daily quests. Okay, so we're at 5-1. That's pretty good. So we're already at 100 gold profit, guaranteed 1 rare at least. Pretty cool. I'm actually really enjoying this deck, this mono blue deck. It's I don't usually like tempo decks that much. In Hearthstone, I occasionally played Tempo Mage, but I didn't really find it too satisfying. Is like chat up and I'm not seeing it, maybe? Or I had like chat open, but it might have been the wrong window. Okay, let me see this. Storm Tamer. Yeah, I'll keep this. It's again not the optimal hand, but it's pretty good. Where's the chat button? Okay, no one's chatting, that's right. Storm Tamer. I was just trying to make sure there wasn't like a bunch of people saying stuff and I just had the wrong window open. Healer Hawk, oh interesting. So he's some kind of token deck probably. And this contests this. Alright. Let's attack And if he offers the trade, I'm going to dive down. I don't think he's going to offer the trade, but I'll take it if he does. Okay, no trade. So again, Sprite here I feel is pretty good just because like the Trickster, the Sprite actually contests the Hawk unless he buffs it. The Trickster doesn't really do anything per se. Opt would be kind of good here. We could do it twice also. I like Opt to make sure we get our land, but this will also help us in the long term to smooth out our draws. And this also is like a better board state as far as the creatures go. Oh god, I hate this card so much. It's easy to block, but he can pay 4 life to make it not die. Okay, Trickster is looking pretty sick here. Retort is good, so I'm not going to spend mana. I'll offer the trade again as well. He's happy. He's welcome to take it. Though maybe I should just hold the Sprite back. I'll take the retort. Yes, hold the Sprite back so that he can't attack with the Hawk. That might be better. Okay. Oh, he's not blocking. Okay. I was going to say that's not really... I don't think that's a good block. So the plan here, if he plays something really scary, I'm going to use Wizard's Retort. Well, I guess I have to decide now, don't I? I just want to kill this thing, I think, with the Trickster. Or maybe I just tap it out so it doesn't attack, and then I have more ground attack. I think that's the play. This is kind of scary. I can't use Wizard's Retort if I do this. Actually, let's let him attack. Let's let him attack. I think he has a he must have something he can play for 3 mana. I'm more worried about that than I am about this for now. Oh, come on. 3, 4, 5. God damn it. This is like... I don't want to use Retort on this. It's a 1-drop. But this shit is all going to add up. Doesn't feel good. Especially if he has a 2-drop to play behind it. I'm just going to be like... Okay. No, that's, I guess we knew we were trying that, didn't we? That should have factored into my decision making. No land. So it would have been good to opt earlier to make sure we actually had land. We're kind of starved right now. I think I'm going to leave this guy... I'm going to leave this guy behind. Because I want to just be able to threaten a trade here. Yes, please. So we could actually opt an Obsession right now, but then we don't have a Retort available, so I'm going to keep the Retort up. This is why I want more land, so I can do more than one thing. You know, right now I can either Retort, I can... yeah, that's going to get countered. The temporary buff isn't too big normally. It's the tokens that stay that's going to bother me. But the temporary buff is also... I think he's going to take damage to keep this thing alive, but I'm okay with that. Like, 4 life, that would take 4 turns of swinging for that to accomplish otherwise. So now I'm out of stuff. I'm going to Obsession. Now the question is, do I opt beforehand or not? If I don't opt, I could draw a land anyway. But I think the only time I would need the 1 mana is for Spell Pierce, I guess. I don't think I'm going to need that though. Dive down is... I might need Dive down. Let's just attack. now that we have Curious Obsession on this, we do need to be able to dive down. Okay, I'll take that. Oh, I forgot he can block. Fuck me. Well, nothing dies, so that's okay. That sucks. There's nothing I can do though. Just nothing at all. So we're gonna take some damage here. There's just nothing I can do. Yeah. I'm gonna opt at the end of the turn, but this is getting a little bit precarious. We do get the draw with this at least. Land. We kind of need it, right? But yeah, we need it. Without the land, we're just not doing stuff, right? We're just like, oh, that's good. So, a few choices here. I think the most efficient play is to Trickster on this guy. We attack here, let the tokens through. It's risky to let the tokens through because he probably has some buffs available for it, but in a bind we can block with the Trickster, I guess. So we're going to attack and draw first. See what we get. Hopefully another land. Oh no, we already played a land, but Jin. Ooh. It's kind of good, but I think we actually need cheaper stuff or a land. The problem with that is it uses all our land, so then we just can't do stuff after that. And then we're in a situation where he would be a good blocker too, but I don't feel good about that for some reason. Okay, that's okay, I guess. So we're saving the mana for Trickster, and then we can opt at the end, I guess. Yeah. And we're going to Trickster pre-combat to prevent that attack, I think, and then we'll block one of the tokens. This thing is just fucks. Like, this thing is so annoying to play against because, like, when you're playing normally, you don't think about like, oh well, what if he plays a creature right before? Like, it's just really annoying. So, I think a lot of people that aren't used to playing against this deck end up. So he didn't even attack. They end up thinking like they have a plan. Oh, I'm going to do this and this and this. Okay, that's annoying. No counter to it either. That's not good. Resolve, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Are these knights? Yeah. No, these are soldiers, so they don't get the buff at the end, at least. Okay. Oh my god. Dive down, right? What is he counting? What is he casting this on? He's casting on here, yeah. Well, I don't get to opt it, but that's fine. He's gonna hit this. That sucks though. He gets to play it and then doesn't choose a target. So he doesn't choose a target and then I counter. I have to counter it. Wait, what? Didn't I counter that? Oh no, I dive down. Okay, I get it. So I should have waited and put dive down after he targeted. So I fucked it up. Okay, cool. I was just worried that he was targeting and I didn't see it somehow. So now we're in a really bad spot, I think. We do have a lot of stuff we can do though. Do I ever skip the attack? No, because it will just die if I don't attack, so I have to attack. So he's going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage if I don't block anything next turn. That's not really acceptable. We're going to opt first. I might need that now. Because I can play... I think I play it as a blocker right now. I was going to cast Exclusion Mage and remove the token to kill it. But I think we can just do that next turn and just use this as a beefy blocker this turn, which can also attack. So, okay. That's a chump blocker for the genie, which is annoying. It makes it so I have a lot less like threat of killing him available. So if I trade, I think I trade here, right? I mean, this is going to get really strong next turn. This is strong. So this is going to do 2 extra next turn. This saves me 1. This guy's always going to attack for 3 though. I think I kill the token actually. Because he probably has a combat trick. Like, oh, I guess not. Okay, Trickster is pretty good. I don't have the mana to do what I want though, so I need to draw a land right here. So we attack with the Sprite and leave the genie. I think I'm probably dead. I'm just trying to do the order of stuff really quick. So okay, the Djinn is not what I want. I need a land, I think, so that I can do Trickster and Exclusion Mage. That's like the only thing that keeps me alive, I think. Exclusion Mage will just nuke this token, so he's not going to get any buff on that. And then, oh, I drew, what did I draw? What? Did I draw a Trickster? No. Oh, I haven't ticked it. Okay, I didn't draw yet. Fuck me, man. Give me a land, please. Please give me a land. Fuck. Okay. So am I dead now? This is going to do 4, so there's no question about killing that, but then I can block... I'm going to take 3. I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Fuck. Okay. So I died. Is there anything else I can do? Another Trickster would have been a good draw, I guess. Let me just make sure here. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. It's 2 blockers, so I block everything. I block the one. He has 3 guys that get through with their attack, and I can only block 2 of. Am I? Sometimes I get confused and fuck up, so I'm just gonna let's see and make sure before I just concede. It's only gonna take a few seconds to die here. So I block the biggest damage here. I block this here. Wait, did he fuck up? So I'm taking 2 damage, so I'm still alive. Is that right? What the fuck? How did I fuck that up? I guess I just did the math wrong. Okay, I'll take that. So we're potentially going to be able to stabilize then. We can bounce a dude. We can... He's out of cards too. We just want to make a really wide board. I don't think he has 1 red source, but I don't think he has any direct damage. Probably. What's the most mana efficient thing? Okay, we attack first. Well, we have to attack with at least 1 guy. So we're going to attack with our Curious Obsession. We just do that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, if we had 1 land, it would be lethal. If we just drawn a land, it was lethal, but we don't have lethal, so we're not going to all-in attack, obviously. Because we're at 1 health, also. Charter Chorus, no. We don't have the mana to cast that. Let's just draw the land right now. Okay. So now all we want to do is play like Mage would be... We can play Mage and Herald. So we bounce his most annoying thing, which I think is actually the Hawk, because it's going to heal him, and it's actually relevant that we can get him low. And then we play the Herald for chump blocking. Keeping Spell Pierce up would be like luxury. We don't have it because like assuming he just drew some crazy spell or burn or something, we could Spell Pierce it, but he has enough mana that I would assume that he'd be able to simply pay the extra 2 and kill us. Okay, that's not really not really what we want, right? Although, let me think about this. He can only block one of these guys. So this can go up to 5, 6. So he has 3 guys to block with. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers. So 2 attackers are guaranteed to get through. He's going to have to block the Jinn. So I buff this guy. And I get 3. How many attackers get through again? 3, 4, 5, 3. 2 attackers get through. So 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not lethal. Or it is with Obsession, right? And then we just have Trickster to shut down one of his attacks if necessary. 4, I can't do the math fast enough. 4, 3, 4, 5. I think we don't attack with... I think I could squeeze another attack in, but I'm going to leave one guy back anyway. Just because I don't want to lose. And Retort is good, yes. This is going to help save us from burn, basically. Okay, land is good too. And so I think I win. There might be something he could do, but this pretty much sealed it, I think. He can't attack. Maybe if he buffs his dudes, he would need like trample. That you don't get trample in. Okay. How did I fuck this up last time? Oh, I used dive down. So there's no... Well, one thing here is if he does have like some kind of haste attack, we're going to lose by doing this. Potentially. But I'm not going to let him Conclave Tribunal. Yeah, okay. It's pretty fun when you play this deck against like a deck like that and you're fucking grinding it out. It's just like complete grind out. Okay, so we've almost won 1,000 gold. So we've already profited 300 gold. If we win another one, we're going to profit 500 gold from doing this, which is pretty sick. And I said I was going to draft if I think this will actually bring me up to 5,000 gold, but I don't think I'm going to be able to draft tonight. It's too I have to drive to New Jersey tomorrow to pick up my mother-in-law from the airport because she doesn't speak any English, so she can't transfer flights. So she has to fly like from China to New York, and then like I have to drive there to pick her up because she can't transfer. Okay, so very good opening hand. Keep. It's crazy how often this deck manages to get this specific opening hand because it's awesome and it's like overpowered. And it's a nightmare. Like if you're playing against this opening hand, it's a fucking nightmare. And this is what happened last time that we played with this awesome opening hand. They had a shotgun turn one, but we luckily can just do this and still roll him. Hopefully. Now, I mean, he knows what's up, right? Like, you know, we would never shock that normally, but if you're playing against mono blue, then yes, you do. All right. A few choices here. I actually kind of like bouncing this for tempo. We're giving up the obsession right now, but we're developing a creature and bouncing it. I know I said this is really good to save. We could bounce it after it's grown a few times, but this feels like the right play to me in this specific matchup. This is aggro red. That's his key card that grows and shit like that. He probably was gonna burn something and then grow it and then swing. Now he has to replay it, and hopefully it will be mana inefficient to replay. Okay, he has mana efficiency anyway, but this isn't attacking this turn at least, and we can lock it out for 2 turns if we need to. Okay, so Storm Tamer is going to get Curious Obsession and start swinging. And in this matchup specifically, like, even if he removes this with burn, I'm kind of fine with it, just because, like, the fact that he has to use his mana to remove this guy while I still have a bunch of answers is pretty good for me. Really what I don't want to see is him putting down a mana efficient creature every single turn. That's gonna eventually get out of hand, like yeah, and then have him buffing all the Steamkins and shit. So let's bump this guy down so he doesn't grow anymore. No, it didn't work. Okay. I think I had to do that initially before he cast a spell. I keep forgetting that. I need to remember that for the next turn. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, it's my turn. Okay, he didn't attack, right? Okay. So we attack with Storm Tamer. We could attack with the Trickster, because I don't think he'll block. He might have a combat trick. I think we just don't attack. I think he might have, what would he have for 1 mana? They don't play like that first strike buff, do they? I think I'm fine to defend. He's the beatdown in this matchup. It's his job to end the game early. If I hold stuff back to block with, it's generally good for me. Okay, mana efficiency. There's no reason to not play this. We won't use the mana anyway, so we have stuff we can do next turn. Okay. Now the choice here is, okay, I forgot to do it, it's too late. Essence Scatter, okay, yeah, sure. What I was going to say is, do I shut off this guy, or do I save mana to counter another creature? And I think I have to like manually insert a step during his upkeep or some shit like that. Or during his main. I don't know how it works. I'm not quite sure how that interaction works there. I probably should figure that out if I'm playing this deck. Yeah, so he knows there's not really... I think double blocking is fine here. The problem, of course, is that I don't have, like, follow-up. Now that I lost my Curious Obsession, it's getting kind of bad, but I think you just have to kill a 4/4 Steamkin. I don't think you can let that live. And knowing that he doesn't have, like, mana open to do anything, it should be okay. Alright, we have Chart a Course, which I think we do need to play. Putting another Herald down would be okay, whoops, but we need to find like stronger stuff. Mage is good, we'll do Trickster. Fuck, fuck. Did I get it? I wanna shut this guy down. Oh, fuck me, dude. How do I not get the opportunity to do that before it happens? Okay, I don't think you do. So, risk factor. I think I take the damage. I mean, like, I don't think I can afford to let him draw. I mean, it sucks to take the damage, obviously, but it's, and jumpstart, you can just do it again, but if you decline, take damage. Yeah, that's a good draw. Okay. So we're gonna do, you know, like on one hand, I want to do Curious Obsession, Exclusion Mage. On the other hand, is keeping the dive down up to protect this guy is pretty good, but I do think we have to bounce that Steamkin off the board. This is going to cost 3 mana if he decides he wants to do it again. Maybe he has a burn right now, I don't know. If he has shock, he should do it, I think. Maybe he's thinking he wants to save shock for face, I don't know. So we're going to attack first and see what we get. Oh fuck, I thought I fucked up somehow. This is holding back to block. But I think I'm going to bounce the Steamkin probably for sure, even if I draw like a Djinn or something, I don't know. Island, okay, that's good, I guess. Oh, that's actually really good because now he can still dive down. So this is bouncing off. So now he 3, 4, 5. If he draws another land, okay. Fuck. Well, now we have the dive down, so that worked out pretty well. He really didn't want to use lightning. Like, he wanted to hit us in the face with that lightning strike. Oh, and he burned the mana on that? Fuck, man. Okay. Well, it's still bouncing. This can remove the counters to gain red mana. And he did that in order to try to snipe this off. But now he's kind of back to square one with that. And he's... Okay, that sucks. Well, I think he top decked that. It's not looking... Okay, retort is good. We're going to use that when he plays risk factor again, probably. We cannot attack right now, though. Which does not feel good, obviously, because, like, he's eventually going to draw into more burn. So this is a bit of a situation where you really wish, at least next turn, we have an unblockable swing. Flame of Keld, what the fuck? Okay, draw 2 cards. I've never even seen anyone run this card. I can't read it. Discard your hand, draw a card. I guess we counter it. I wish I could read it so that I actually knew what I was countering, because I've never even... Draw 2 cards. If a red source you control would deal damage to a permanent, it deals that much damage +2. Okay, I guess I'm glad I countered that. Opt. What do we want? Sprite is not really good enough because we're going to get hit with the risk factor. It's just going to chump block. It's not going to really do anything. We're not going to be able to kill him fast enough with it. We need like retort. Okay, there we go. Cool. So this attacks. I think I'm going to double block this if it attacks with, like, if it's a 4/4 and he attacks with it, I'm just going to double block it. He's probably going to risk factor. Yeah. And he loses the card, but it was just a land anyway. So this is a full fumes top decking mode. Like chump blocking that for 2 is just like, it keeps us up with a little bit of attack that we can do. Okay, that's a perfect draw. Absolutely fucking perfect. If he top decks burn, he's forced to kill this, basically. I don't think he can... Well, he could burn me and just kill me pretty quickly. But Oh, that's really good too. Huh. Yeah, just attack with everything. Save this. I think we... Oh, yeah, he just... Okay, he lost. So we won. We won all the games. We just profited 500 gold. Pretty cool. Um, we only lost one, too. We actually could have lost that one and still played another one. Expel from Oraska. Okay. This is, so we got... Cards will be at least 2 rares and 1 uncommon and 1,000 gold. That's pretty good. Please give me, like, a sick card. Oh, does that mean it's mythic or is that mythic? Field of Ruin is... I don't know. So what is this? Teferi, sick. That's good. I actually, no, I was actually not going to play a deck with that in it, but it's actually like a playable card. What's this? Okay, I don't think that's good. I mean, that's eventually I'll probably want to play a card or play a deck that uses Teferi, but yeah, you got enough gold to draft too. Yeah, I really can't draft now though. Like I gotta eat some and then go to pick my mother-in-law up tomorrow. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with like the only thing I would change in this deck, I think. I mean, I just net deck this obviously, but I've seen people running. I don't even know how to find that card. Where is it? I think it's a 2-drop. See if you have an opinion. Big Iron. Once I can find this card. It's a blue guy with a glider. Not her, another glider. If I remember the name of it, this would be a lot easier to find it. I think I passed it. Maybe it's a 3-drop. Do you know what card I'm talking about? It's like a 3, it's a 2-1. Oh, this dude, right? No, that's not it. It's a 2-1. No, I must have passed it. Why are these grayed? Oh, grayed out. No, I'm in the wrong mode or something. Not collected. I don't think I have the card, so I'm pretty sure it's a 2-drop. This dude. Oh, I do have it. I have 3 of them. Oh no, that's not it either. Fuck, there's so many cards with a dude with a glider. Like, never gonna find shit. I guess I can just look for 2-1s. I know it's a 2-1. It's not that one either. Oh, you know very little about the... Are you playing the game, or... I thought you said you were playing it. Oh, it's this dude, yeah. So I was thinking about switching out the Nightveil sprite for these. Because, like... You know, this card basically allows you to shut down one of their blockers, which is pretty strong. The thing is, I guess, this card really did work. The fact that it surveils every time it attacks, like, that's really important. This is also relatively fragile. I don't know. I guess it's kind of a wash. I don't really know enough either way. I'm not going to craft this anyway. If I had it in my library, I might try it, but I've seen people running mono blue with this card, and it's pretty annoying to play against, so I was thinking, like, of what I would cut to put it in. It would probably be the sprite, but because I don't think you can really cut anything else. This is just like whoever figured out this archetype and stuff is just like insanely fine-tuned it, you know. Oh, which are you playing draft or like limited, or are you playing constructed mostly? Oh, is this not a mythic? Oh, it's not mythic. Okay, cool. I was thinking I needed a lot of mythic wildcards, but I don't actually need as many as I thought. I guess the problem is that I need a shitload of rare. Like this is mythic, and Bolas is mythic, but none of this other shit is mythic really. It's just a bunch of rare. So yeah, I have like 6 rare wildcards. I need probably like I haven't even counted. It's probably like 20 plus, and you don't really get them very fast. So kind of shit. And then the sideboard, not even. I actually have. Oh, I don't have any of these. Oh, that sucks. I mean, I'm gonna play like quick mode first, I guess. Oh, you had thought you had these gems. Yeah, you can do if you switch to the regular draft, the quick draft, you can pay 5,000 gold or 750 gems, but like you probably want to pay the gold. And then if you do competitive draft, you have to use gems though, which is annoying. So what I've been doing is like my game plan is basically when I get 5,000 gold, I'm going to do a regular draft. And then I pray that I win enough that like I get a reasonable amount of gems toward doing competitive draft. The problem obviously is like, okay, this takes 15,000 gems to do one time. And even if you win all 7, you're only getting 950. To get halfway there, you need to win like 5 or 6, which is really good also. So you have to do that twice to do the competitive draft one single time. And like, I haven't been doing very good on competitive draft. I've been going 0-2 a few times, and it really feels bad. You know, you spend like a week grinding enough gems to, maybe even longer than a week, grinding enough gems to do one competitive draft, and then you just go 0-2 or something, and it's like, oh, that sucks. Because you know you could have done another quick draft 2 times and recouped a lot of gems probably. Like if you tried to do quick draft a lot and go infinite, you can quick draft a lot more often. Whereas if you try to do competitive draft, in theory, you know, if you can win 3, then it costs the same as a quick draft. So like if you can, or if you can just win 2 times, actually, it's pretty solid. You just win 2, but you're punished very heavily if you win 1 or 0 times. So, but for me, I think it's worth the gems. Like I really want to practice competitive mode. I really want to get do sideboard and stuff like that. It's more fun that way. But I'm gonna end the stream now. So thanks for watching. Bye.